Flory, you had a lot of things today, but you had 5 assists. It seemed like the big-to-big passing with you and Bryson was really effective. How did you feel you did in that aspect of the game?
Bryson's a pretty good cutter, as well as Trey. I think when I got double team, they were just in the right spot. I just have to, make the right pass. So,
Melvin, I wanted to ask you about those back-to-back threes you hit. It was a big moment in the game. How did it feel to have those go in?
It felt great, during this beginning of the season. My shots wasn't falling, but I'm getting more comfortable with the shots and shot selections, and Coach Bland just keeping me uplifted and stuff like that.
Bryson, how's this team different without Darren out there, and how have you all been able to kind of regroup with his injury?
Yeah, there's no excuses. We definitely have to, figure out who we are without him. He'll be back soon for sure, but we just got to be the tougher team each night, and I feel like we did that tonight.
Bryson, you scored twice in a row right after they had a chance to make it really close there. I guess how meaningful do you think those 2 buckets were, and what was your mindset in that moment when it was getting down to kind of the final minutes?
Just to get a good shot. I trust in my game. I trust in my teammates. And they made great passes to me, so those buckets really definitely changed the momentum of the game.
Melvin, at one point Jaden goes out, and at one point Trey had to get some attention too. Just how physical did you think this game was?
It was physical, but, Coach always preach, next guy up. And every time we get in a huddle, I get to tell the guys, we got to get a kill, 3 stops, and we'd be good.
Just for any of you guys, what did you think of that stretch that Jamari had late in the game? He had a good defensive play, and then he made a big 3 for you guys.
Yeah, that was very big of him. He stepped up in a time where we needed him a lot, so I'm definitely proud of him for that.
Flory and Bryson, what do you think of Melvin stroking the threes? He had been off to kind of a slow start from 3.
He shot a couple times and it didn't fall in, but we got back in the huddle as I keep shooting, it would fall in, and then he was confident enough to make those 3s, so that was pretty good.
Melvin, their coach said KU's bigs dominated. How do you feel about your inside play today, the team?
Oh, lovely. Before the game, I was telling the starting 5. Should I tell them the sauce or no? Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what I told Flory and BT, but, yeah, I just want them to be dominant every game and stuff. And, we got to play off Flory. DP's out right now, so Flory's our next option.
Flory, I think early in the game you got taken out. Did Coach challenge you, or was it just you came in and then you dominated the whole game?
Yeah, need to be ready. I feel like I started pretty, cold. I was cold. I wasn't ready. But, he got me out, challenged me, and then I think I got right back to it.
Oh, shit. This is for any of y'all, but what's your mindset going into a game like this where it's going to be a physical battle, especially without having someone to the caliber of Darren Peterson?
I think we're ready. We will embrace it, and then we'll see how that goes, but we'll pull up a fight for sure.
Just for any of you guys, what will it take for you to come back tomorrow at the same time and play as though you hadn't just played a game the day before?
Energy. That's what's going to take. So tomorrow's going to be a whole different game, same time, but I'm going to let you guys know that we're bringing a lot of energy in the morning.
1, 2, 3. Release.
Bill, what's most impressed you about Flory's growth and kind of development to this point in the season?
Well, I think Myron, he's just become better at everything. I don't think it's that he's that much better shooting the basketball, but I think he's a better one-on-one defender. I think he's a better team defender. I think he's a much better passer. I think even though we hadn't really shown it much, he's a better screener. One thing that we can do, we can switch 5, which is a big advantage over some teams that play a traditional 5-man. So I just think he's just a better player. Didn't get off to a great start today, but he's pretty good down that midway through the first half.
Coach, the Notre Dame coach was just in here and talked about how Bryson Tiller is so dominant in the paint. What did you like that you saw from him today?
Well, I'm glad that he said that because he's also 0 of 5 from 3. So maybe Bryson will listen to Micah more than he'll listen to me. I did think he played well. You know, Notre Dame can put the big guy on you and body you up and knock you off balance, but they're not big at the other big spot. And Flory was able to use his body and take advantage of that.
Just how's Jayden doing, and what exactly did he hurt?
X-rays are still pending. Apparently, he hurt it dunking in warm-ups, so his right wrist. So I bet he's doubtful for the tournament, but I do not know that for a fact. But he went in today and then obviously said he couldn't go. So that was disappointing because we're kind of shorthanded right now to begin with.
Coach, what's your message to the team today after a big win and knowing you have multiple games to play in these back-to-back days?
Well, just to get back and get off your feet and rest. We'll worry about. We'll have a game plan for Syracuse tonight when we meet at 8:30 or 9. But up until then, I want them just to chill and stay off their feet totally. So.
Bill, what if any updates do you have about Darren Peterson and when he might return?
Well, I'm hopeful soon. He's doing more every day. He's working out here. He's running. He's cutting. He's doing some things that he just got to test out of some things, which we'll test him again when we get back. So, Myron, it's week to week may be too long. It's more of every 3 or 4 days. We'll reevaluate and see where he's at.
Bill, McDowell came in and had the big block, and then he had a three-pointer.
Yeah.
What did you think of his play today and how he's been ready when called upon?
I actually think that Jamari has labored so far, and to see him come in and play that way for us when he hasn't really got significant. I think he played 52 seconds against Duke. So I was, of course, we need it. I'd love to see it. He's a good shooter, and the ball hadn't gone down. He had one go all the way down and come out as well. But I was happy for Mari. I was happy for Omarco. It's not that they did unbelievable things, but they did things to help our team win. And I think that they'll both obviously be very important in the next 2 days.
How big were Melvin's threes?
Big. You guys may not know this, but he hadn't shot it great from behind the arc up until today. So, yeah, those were both big. And then he was feeling himself a little bit and shot a 21-footer, 25 feet right after that. But I thought Melvin to play 38 minutes, and he did a good job on Burton. But there were so many switches, and then he could go around us. But I think Melvin's doing really well considering he really doesn't have a sidekick back there to take the pressure off of him.
Did Flory, when he came out early, did you challenge him in any way?
Well, I wasn't very happy with him. I thought his first 3 or 4 possessions was bad energy. So, yeah, I don't know that I did anything to challenge him, but hopefully he gave himself a do better talk, and he was pretty effective when he got back in there.
Bill, players there announced a new partnership with the Big 12. The field's going to expand. How will that affect scheduling going forward with so many quality games in November as a result of this event?
You know what? I haven't given it that much thought, Myron. But the reality of it is for us, you got champions. You got a good home and home. You got a good away, home and home. You got Missouri on a neutral site. To me, after that, this is plenty. Have you studied our schedule this year? I mean, wow. And then we're not full strength to play that. That may be too much in a one semester when you have so many new guys in November and December. Really an advantage to some older teams. Even last year, if you looked at our team, and we played Duke early, out here, our team had the advantage over Duke because they were playing with all freshmen and we were playing with older guys, and we played lights out great. And then they kept growing, and we hit the wall and didn't. But I think anything more than that is overscheduling at this point in time.
And then with Trey exiting the game in the first half, were you ever concerned that he wasn't going to come back? And just how do you think
With
about
Trey?
Yeah, with Trey.
No, there was only like a minute or two left before halftime, wasn't there? So no, I was never concerned. The one thing that I was probably thinking about, I hope it's not a concussion. So that would have been the one thing. But anybody that's been hit on the bridge of their nose knows it bleeds, and his really did. I mean, but that didn't bother me as much.